Hare Krishna, everyone. So we'll start with the chanting of Prahalad Maharaj's prayer, and we'll continue now the 16th shloka today. Till 15th we have completed yesterday. Text 8. Shri Prahalada Uvacha Brahmadaya Suragana Munayota Siddhaः Satvaigatanagatyo vachasam pravahaiः नारादितुं पुरुगुणैरधुनापि पिप्रुः किं तोष्टुमर्हसि हमे हर्युग्रजाते मन्ये धनाभिजनरूपतपःश्रुतौजस्तेजप्रभावबलपौरुषबुद्धियोगाः नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परास्य पुंसो भक्त्या तुतोष भगवान् गजयूतपाया विप्राद्विषड्गुणयुतादरविन्दनाभाः पादारविन्दविमुखस्वपचं वरिष्ठम् मन्ये तदर्पितमनोवचनेहि वार्ताः पानं पुनातिसकुलं न तु भूरिमानाम् नैवात्मना प्रभुरयं निजलाभपूर्णो मानं जनादविदुषा करुणो वृणीतेः यद्यज्जनो भगवते विदधीतमानाम् तच्चात्मने प्रतिमुखस्य यथा मुखश्रीः तस्मादहं विगतविक्लव ईश्वरस्याः सर्वात्मना महि गृह्णामि यथा मनीषम् नीचो जयाद्गुणविसर्गमनुप्रविष्टम् पूयेत येन हि पुमान् अनुवर्तितेन्द्राम् सर्वे हि अमिविधिकरस्तव सत्त्वधाम्नोः ब्रह्मादयो वयमिवेश न चोद्विजन्ताः क्षेमाय भूतय उतात्मसुखाय चास्य विक्रीडितं भगवतो रुचिरावतारैः तद्यच्च मन्युमसुरश्च हतस्त्वयाध्याः मोदेत साधुरपि वृश्चिकसर्पहत्याः लोकाश्च निवृत्तिमिताः प्रतीयन्ति सर्वे रूपं नृसिंहविभयाय जनाः स्मरन्ति नाहं बिभेमि अजितेति तया भयानकस्याः जिह्वार्कनेत्रभ्रुकुटीरस ओग्रदंष्ट्रात् आन्त्रसृजाक्षतजकेसरशङ्कुकर्णा निर्रादभीत दिगिबात् अधिभिन्नकाग्रात् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So till yesterday we did till 15th text of this ninth chapter. So today we'll go through the 16th shloka, and we'll also read the purport of next 5 shlokas. Okay, 16th to 20th. त्राष्टोऽस्मि अहं कृपणवत्सलदुस्रहोर्ग्राः संसारचक्रकदनाद्ग्रसतां प्रणीताः बद्धः स्वकर्मभिरुष्यात्मतेनृगीमूलम् प्रीतोपवर्गशरणं वयसे कधानु. So another shloka. So somebody can read the translation and purport of one shloka. Yes, Jyoti Mataji, you can read translation and purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls, I have been put into the association of demons as a result of my activities, and therefore I am very much afraid of my condition of life within this material world. When will that moment come when you will call me to the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the ultimate goal for liberation from conditioned life. Purport. Being in the material world is certainly miserable, but certainly when one is put into the association of asuras or atheistic men, it is intolerably so. One may ask why the living entity is put into the material world. Indeed, sometimes foolish people deride the Lord for having put them there. Actually, everyone is put into the conditioned life according to his karma. Therefore, Prahalad Maharaja, representing all the other conditioned souls, admits that he was put into life among the asuras because of the results of his karma. The Lord is known as Kripanavastala because he is extremely kind to the conditioned soul. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, therefore the Lord appears whenever there are discrepancies in the execution of religious principle. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata tadatman srijamyaham. The Lord is extremely anxious to deliver the conditioned soul, and therefore he instructs all of us to return home, back to Godhead. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Thus, Prahalad Maharaja expected that the Lord, by his kindness, would call him again to the shelter of his lotus feet. In other words, everyone should be eager to return home, back to Godhead, taking shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus being fully trained in Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Thank you. We'll go to 17th shloka. We'll just go through the purport and translation of these two today, 16th and 17th. And if possible, we'll take 18 also. Let's see how much is possible for us. Okay, 17th shloka. यस्मात् प्रिया प्रिय विग वियोग संयोग जन्माः शोकाग्निना सकलयोनिषु दह्यमानाः दुःखौषधं तदपि दुःखमतद्दियाहम् भूमान् भ्रमामि वद मे तव दास्य योगम्. Vanaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. O Great One, O Supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances and because of separation from them, one is placed in a most regrettable position within heavenly or hellish planets, as if burning in a fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies by which to get out of the miserable life, any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Therefore, I think that the only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. Purport. Prahalada Maharaj aspired to engage in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. After the death of his father, who was materially very opulent, Prahalada would have inherited his father's property, which extended throughout the world. But Prahalad Maharaj was not inclined to accept such material opulence, for whether one is in the heavenly or hellish planets, or is a rich or a poor man's son, material conditions are everywhere. Therefore, no condition of life is at all pleasing. If one wants the uncontaminated pleasure of blissful life, he must engage himself in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Material opulence may be somewhat pleasing for time being, but to come to that temporary pleasing condition, one must work extremely hard. When a poor man is rich, he may be better situated. But to come to that position, he had to accept many miseries. The fact is that in material life, whether one is miserable or happy, both conditions are miserable. If one actually wants happy, blissful life, one must become Krishna conscious and constantly engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. That is the real remedy. The entire world is under the illusion that people will be happy by advancing in materialistic measures to counteract the miseries of conditioned life. But this attempt will never be successful. Humanity must be trained to engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. That is the purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement. There can be no happiness in changing one's material condition, for everywhere there is trouble and misery. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Okay. 18th shloka. Soham priyasya surada paradevataya लीलाकतस्तव नृसिंहविरिञ्च गीताः अन्यस्तितर्म्य अनुघ्रन् गुणविप्रमुक्तो दुर्गाणि ते पदयुगालय हंससङ्गाः. Supriya Mataji, you can read translation and purport. Supriya Mataji, are there? Okay, then Jyoti Mataji, you can read it out.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation. O my Lord Nrisimhadeva, by engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, Hamsas, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of material nature and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. I shall chant your glories, following exactly the footsteps of Lord Brahma and his disciplic successor. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of near science. Purport. A devotee's life and duty are very well explained herein. As soon as a devotee can chant the holy name and glories of the Supreme Lord, he certainly comes to the liberated position. Attachment for glorifying the Lord by hearing and chanting the holy name and activities of Lord Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho certainly brings one to the position where material contamination is absent. One should chant the bona fide songs received from the disciplic successor. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the chanting is powerful. When one follows the disciplic succession, evam parampara praptam imam rajashayo viduhu. Manufacturing many ways of chanting will never be effective. However, chanting the song or the narration left by the previous acharyas, Mahajano Kena Gataha Sa Pantaha, is extremely effective, and this process is very easy. Therefore, in this verse, Prahalad Maharaja uses the word Anjaha easily. Accepting the thoughts of exalted authorities through disciplic succession is certainly much easier than the method of mental speculation, by which one tries to invent some means to understand the absolute truth. The best process is to accept the instruction of the previous acharyas and follow them. Then, God realization and self realization become extremely easy. By following this easy method, one is liberated from the contamination of the material modes of nature, and thus one can certainly cross the ocean of nescience, in which there are many miserable conditions. By following in the footsteps of the great acharyas, one associates with the Hamsas or Paramahamsas those who are completely freed from material contamination. Indeed, by following the instructions of the acharyas, one is always freed from all material contamination, and thus one's life becomes successful. For one reaches the goal of life. This material world is miserable regardless of one's standard of life. Of this, there is no doubt. Attempts to mitigate the miseries of material existence by material methods will never be successful. One must take to Krishna consciousness to become really happy. Otherwise, happiness is impossible. One might say that becoming advanced in spiritual life also involves tapasya, voluntary acceptance of some inconvenience. However, such inconvenience is not as dangerous as material attempts to mitigate all miseries. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. So we'll start with the 16th shloka today. We'll take up this shloka. Um, so we'll just recap what we have seen in the previous shlokas, and we'll continue with this shloka today. And today is also Diwali. So many of them might be busy with their Diwali celebrations, visiting relatives and everything, puja and everything. So yes, today is also Damodar Leela, the day in which Damodar Leela happened. So yes, we'll just chant this shloka once and we'll start. Trastosmi aham kripanavatsala dussahograh samsara chakra kadanagrasatam pranita baddha swakarma bhirushatma ten nrgimulam प्रीतोपवर्गः शरणं वयसे kadanu. So, what is this shloka speaking about? What Prahalad Maharaj is praying to the Lord. So we'll go to this PowerPoint. So here, in the previous class, we saw in the 15th shloka that how Prahalad Maharaj is praying to the Lord, telling that first of all, he starts with telling in the 8th shloka. We'll start from the beginning. 8th shloka, Prahalad Maharaj tells, I am not qualified because I have born in a Ugra Jati. I have born in a lineage of demons, demoniac lineage. So I'm not qualified. Then Prahalad Maharaj says, no, I am qualified. I feel that not because of proud or pride, I'm telling my Lord, because you are very much merciful, that you don't see the externals of a devotee. You just see how much they have surrendered to you. So, in that way, anybody is qualified to pray to you, Lord. Anybody is qualified. Not that they should take up the great lineage. You don't actually see those things. And then Prahlad Maharaj says, I'm going to give you an example, my Lord, and that is, I have seen that you bless even a devotee who has come from a dog eater's family than a Brahmana who has all the 12 qualities. Because a devotee has the power to even deliver his entire family. But those of Brahmanas who are averse of your lotus feet, who do not have any attachment to your lotus feet, cannot even deliver themselves. Prahlad Maharaj says, right? And further, he says that, my dear Lord, by praying to you, who is going to get benefited? You are nothing. You are complete, right? Ishavashyam idam sarvam, and before that it comes Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. You are Purna, my dear Lord. You are complete. Nothing has to be added or nothing has to be removed from you. You're complete. You're perfect. But when I glorify you, my Lord, it's not that you are gaining any benefit from that. The When somebody is glorifying you or praying to you, the one who does that, one who prays to you, one who glorifies you, that person gets benefit. So mukhasya yatha mukashri, or like the mirror is decorated when the person is already decorated. Even the reflection looks decorated. And further, Prahlad Maharaj says that how I can pray to you, my Lord. I don't have capacity like those of the demigods. When um, uh, Brahma is praying to the Lord, he is speaking Purusha Sukta and all, like big prayers. They are very much intelligent prayers. It's like Brahma Samhita. It's very difficult. How Brahmaji is praying, how all these devatas are praying. I don't have that capacity. But my dear Lord, whatever capacity you have given, I am going to pray according to that capacity. Yatha Manisham. Whatever you have given it to me, I am doing accordingly. Whatever ability, whatever talents, whatever uh, strength you have given to me, I am using those things in service of you, my Lord. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling here further about this. And then he tells that how that you have taken this fearful form, my Lord. You have taken this fearful form, and see, all the demigods are getting scared. So basically, Prahlad Maharaj starts chastising. We saw in the yesterday's class, Prahlad Maharaj is sweetly chastising the Lord. My dear Lord, what are you doing? I know you're very happy. I know you're very peaceful, but why are you making a drama of being an angry lion? Don't do that. I know you. You're caught. I know you. You're not angry anymore. And therefore, Naham Bibemi. I'm not afraid of you. Even though you are like a ferocious lion, hungry for years, and your and beautiful description of Narsimadev, right? So Prahlad Maharaj is telling all the demigods and all these people are very much afraid of you, my Lord, but I am not afraid. Okay, so that's what here Prahlad Maharaj lastly ends up telling in the previous class in the 15th shloka, that I am not afraid of you. And then further, Prahlad Maharaj is telling, Trastosmi aham kripana vatsala dussahogra. That is, my dear Lord, who is you are very much kind to Kripana Vatsala. Kripana means miserly person or a fallen person, or a very much, we tell Kripana Durajana, right? Kripana means too much attached to the material world, too much attachment, no spiritual understanding. Such are called Kripana. And Prahlad Maharaj is telling that you are very kind to such people, my Lord. You are very kind to those people. And why Prahlad Maharaj is telling? He tells, because I am also fallen in that category. Because why? I'm surrounded by the demons. I have taken birth in the demoniac family, and demons are naturally too much attached to material things. We all know the meaning of Hiranyakashipu, right? Hiranyaksha. The meaning itself tells how miserly they were, right? Hiranyaksha means, Hiranya means gold, Aksha means to see. Hiranya means gold, Kashipu means bed. So there is Hiranyakashipu was the elderly one, and Hiranyaksha was the younger brother. And Hiranyaksha's work, what was Hiranyaksha's duty? His duty was, he used to go around and see where there is enjoyment, so that I can give it to my elder brother. He used to go and see where are material enjoyments, Where is this gold? Where is this material enjoyment? So that I can see that and I can tell it to my brother. And therefore his name is Hiranyaksha. He used to only see material things. And then Hiranyakashipu. Kashipu means bed. Bed means enjoying. And Hiranyakashipu, he is just enjoying the wealth. Or we can also tell enjoying sense gratification. Right? So Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu are those, and whoever were their followers, all were of those kinds. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling, my dear Lord, I am that Kripana. Because why? I have been fallen in that category. Because I have already been associating with such persons from my birth. So I am in this fallen condition. And Prahlad Maharaj is telling that why I have got that? Because of my own activities. We all know it, this is coming out of humility or humbleness of Prahlad Maharaj. He is not like this. We all know that. But as a humble, as an example for us, as an example for us, Prahlad Maharaj is telling. Because we are Kripana. Actual Kripana are we, one who is reading this, not Prahlad Maharaj. So therefore, by his example, Mahajanayana Gatastu Pantaha, like he's showing us the way to pray to the Lord. Because in the material world, people are so much proud that they don't accept that they're Kripana. We don't accept that we are stupid. We don't accept that we are idiot. Why we are stupid and idiot? Because we have left Krishna and come here, and we are trying to enjoy here. That's why we are idiot from time immemorial, foolish from time immemorial. But if somebody comes and tells, oh, you are foolish, we'll immediately get angry on them, right? How can you tell me like that? But we are foolish, we are unintelligent, because we have left Krishna and trying to enjoy without Krishna here. So Prahlad Maharaj is showing us through an example, and then he's telling, and they're very much afraid of my condition, my Lord. Trishtat means I'm very much afraid. Trishtos me aham. Oh Lord, I'm very much afraid. Why? Because I have been put in the association of this material world. And material world is how? Very difficult. Very difficult to live here. So here further Prahlad Maharaj says, oh my dear Lord, Baddha Swakarma Bhir Ushatmate Angri Moolam. Angri Moolam means sole of the lotus feet. You can see here the red part beneath the lotus feet of the Lord, feet. That is called Angri Moolam. So Prahlad Maharaj is telling here that, my dear Lord, I have been a Kripana Vatsala. I have been, Vatsala also means the son or the offspring of the Kripana also. Like you are the one who is going to protect this Kripana, my dear Lord. And why? Because I have been in the Dussahavas. I have been here because of my past activity. I have been put in this condition of life where everywhere are demons, and I have been pushed in this material world. But oh Lord, when will I be able to take the shelter of your lotus feet? So that's what Prahlad Maharaj is telling in the third line. Why I have to take the shelter of your lotus feet? Because, oh Lord, this lotus feet is apavarga sharanam. You can see here the word Pritopavarga sharanam. Prita apavarga sharanam. That, my dear Lord, this lotus feet is the one who can liberate me from this material world. Apavarga sharanam. The horrible Pavarga means a horrible condition. Apavarga means to remove from this horrible condition. And this is the Sharanam. This is the actual shelter for the one who has fallen in this material world. Why I say Kadanu. So, when will you call me, my Lord? When will I call you and when will you call me? When will you call me back? Kadanu, when? So, here Prahlad Maharaj is sweetly praying to the Lord that I have been put in this condition, my dear Lord. How much difficulty is there in this material world? I have understood. Hmm? As you go through, one thing is, as you go through these prayers, the intensity of prayers will increase. And as you go through, you can see the phase where Prahlad Maharaj is immediately acting like an acharya and he's instructing all of us. You can also see that phase, that he feels compassionate to all the living entities and he is giving us instruction even through the prayers. Prahlad Maharaj is giving that instruction as an acharya, is giving an instruction to all of us in the prayers. As you further go through the prayers, they are very beautiful. The intensity, the depth of the prayer also increase. It's not like any other normal prayer. And remember, Prahlad Maharaj is just 5 year old. And how does he know this material world is full of misery? Hmm? How does he know that so much? As you go through, you can see in the even next shloka, he's speaking so wisely about miseries of this material world, right? And how does he know? Has he experienced enough? He's just 5 years old. Hardly he has started walking from maybe 4 years back. Hmm? Hardly anything. But how does he know? Because he has taken the ashraya or the shelter of Narad Muni. And therefore, we see in spiritual life, more importance is given to Shravanam rather than your experience. Sometimes people tell, oh, according to my understanding, according to my experience, it's not going to work, my dear. Because why? Your experience is different, somebody else's experience is different. It cannot be matched. But what can be matched is Shastra. Because Shastra is given by Krishna, and Krishna is the creator of this world, and he knows what is correct and what is wrong. And one who speaks the Shastra, one who follows the Shastra, one who lives the Shastra is the Guru. It's not that one who just speaks about Shastra, he should be accepted as Guru. No, one who lives. There is book Bhagavata, there is Vyakti Bhagavata. One book Bhagavata, we know this is Srimad Bhagavatam. This is a book, and we read. We are doing Adhyay, right? And many things we might read but may not follow in our life, right? Or we are following evers to what we are reading. But there are great devotees who are Bhakta Bhagavata or Vyakti Bhagavata, who are living like Srimad Bhagavatam. They are exactly living or exactly following the principles given in Srimad Bhagavatam. And they are called pure devotees of the Lord. And therefore, although Prahlad Maharaj is just 5 years old boy, he is speaking the factual truth of this material world. Why? Because he has heard it from his Guru Narad Muni, and Narad Muni is a pure devotee who is living Srimad Bhagavatam. And therefore, there's no mistake in Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. So, here Prahlad Maharaj is telling that this material world is full of miseries. Hmm? So, therefore, Krishna is known as Kripana Vatsala. Hmm? We tell it as Dina Dayal. Krishna is called Dina Dayal. And Krishna is also, there's so many names for Krishna. Patita Pavana, right? So Bhakta Vatsala. Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala also. Krishna is Kripana Vatsala also. Hmm? So this is Vatsala means Vatsa. Vatsa means also called as calf. Calf, cow's baby, calf. It's also called as Vatsa. You know the story of Vatsasur, who had come to Vrindavan in the form of calf. So Vatsa means calf. And it's why this word Vatsala is used, because Bhakta Vatsala, right? Krishna is called Bhakta Vatsala. Why? Because Vatsala is the mother of that calf. Like cow is so much protected about the calf, isn't it? Comparing to any other animal, if you see the cow, it has highest attachment to its baby. Highest attachment to its baby. If you go to a newly born calf and mother is sitting side on beside of that calf, she will not allow you to even touch the calf. It's so difficult sometimes to make cow and calf separate. It's very difficult. And how much she loves the calf, that in the ancient Vedic time, what used to happen is, even I used to remember my uh, granny's place. They had so many cows. My father used to tell that so many cows that during milking time they'll put the calf on the separate shed, and the mothers will be on the separate, so that milk is taken out. And cows allow. It's not that they're forcibly moving the calf. No, they'll allow. And they know how much milk to be given, and they'll happily go. And calves know their time. Oh, now milking time, mother will go. They'll only, initially it's difficult because they don't know. As 1 2 months passes, calves come to know, oh, this is milking time. They themselves start running here and there. They're happy. And mothers are separate. They also know it's milking time. I have to give the milk. And they give the milk. And it's told sometimes, uh, and it's seen that they'll, even though they are giving liters of milk, some milk they stop giving. After some time, they'll stop giving the milk. After maybe in the day, she'll give maybe 1 liter milk. Actually, she can give 1.5 liter milk, but she'll stop by 1 liter, that mother cow. And even the person who is milking the cow, they'll also understand, okay, she has stopped. And immediately these calves are released after leaving this, uh, uh, after milking. And they'll run to their mothers and they'll start sucking the breast. And immediately there's so much milk produced. So much milk produced. Why? Because the mother knows, even though I have to give so much milk, my baby is still there, hungry. I'll give her the milk. She'll store it and keep in her milk bag. Similarly, Krishna, although is Supreme Lord, although everything is there, he'll give to everyone. But for devotees, he has special category. That's why he's called Bhakta Vatsala. When it comes to devotee, Krishna is completely different. He'll act very different. He has much love. See, Krishna as Paramatma, he's there in everybody's heart. You can't deny it. Even the atheists have Krishna in their heart, right? Even the animals, Krishna is there in the heart. And similarly, in the heart of a pure devotee, Krishna is there. What is the difference then? Krishna is there everywhere. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshasti na priya. Krishna is there, and Krishna is providing everything. Even for the atheist, even that atheist is also breathing fresh air. He is also having food. Who is giving all of this? Krishna. Krishna is providing everything, even to that Nastic atheist. And Krishna is providing to his devotee also. Devotee is also having nice prasadam, nice peaceful life, everything. Now, what is the difference? The difference is, even though atheist gets everything, Krishna is not concentrating on him. Like Like, what to tell? In a college, if the father is a professor, in the college, if his daughter or son is sitting and studying from that professor, in front of the class, he is seeing everybody in an equal way, in the equal sense, right? He's teaching very nicely and everything. But once he goes home, that student becomes the child and the professor becomes the father, then there is a different kind of rasa or different kind of mellow which is going in between them. Why? Because now the father who has taught in the college is now coming at home and teaching the child very nicely. Oh, see, this is like this is like this. You know, we used to tell you you're very lucky your father is the teacher or mother is the teacher, because at home they are taught again very nicely. In the college for everybody. Similarly, Krishna in front of everyone is treating everyone equally, even his devotees there. But internally, in the heart, Krishna is giving so much love to the devotee, which atheist or any other person, in any karmi cannot get that. So, like the mother is keeping a milk to that her calf out of sweetness, and the milk which is given to the calf becomes much more sweeter than the normal milk, because it's coming for that calf she is giving to her baby, right? So that's how. And the it's told mother likes her calf so much that she can't leave her the calf for even a minute. So Krishna is like that, so that's why he's called Vatsala. He's like the one who takes care of the calves, like the devotees. So Kripana Vatsala, you also take care of these fallen souls, because in this material world, Bhakta Vatsala means bhaktas are everywhere, Krishna, because bhaktas are there in the spiritual world also, but Kripanas are only found in the material world. And that's why this word Kripana Vatsala Prahlad Maharaj is using, especially to make Narsimha Dev understand that in the material world, everybody is Kripana, my dear Lord, and you are the one who is protecting them. And such Kripanas, when they fall at your lotus feet, take the shelter of your lotus feet, you take care of them, right? So that's what Krishna also Prabhupada says in the purport, that in the in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is asking for Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So it's difficult to follow this verse as it is, like Sarva Dharman Parityajya. First, you give up all your activity and then take shelter of my lotus feet. It's very difficult. But you do ulta. First, you take shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna. Then automatically everything, all this knots, banda, is removed by Krishna. I was listening to one of the class, and there Prabhuji was telling that um, it's like um, when you see a mango tree, there are these kacha mangoes, ripe mango, not ripe mangoes, raw mangoes are there on the tree. And if you remove it, or if it wants to come down while it's raw, and if you pluck those raw mangoes and keep it with you, you know, very much raw. It's not like further it's going to ripe when you keep it down. No, very much raw. You have seen those small raw mango, this thing, they make pickle out of it. If you take those raw mangoes, will it grow further if you detach it from the branch? Or any kind of fruit, when it's raw, you take that fruit quite raw, you take that fruit, will it ever become ripe after you remove it? No, there's no chance, right? Very much ripe it is. There's no chance of again getting it ripe. But there are fruits in the branch, in the same branch, which are raw, but later on, after some days, it becomes ripe and juicy and very much heavy. Because if you see mangoes, when they are very small mangoes, it's very easy to remove them, or very easy, they are very much attached to the branch, very much attached to the branch, it's very difficult to remove them, you know. But those raw mangoes, when they grow and they become huge, juicy, yellow reddish mangoes, automatically it starts hanging down. And once it starts hanging down, slowly it gets detached from the branch, and it's very easy to pluck it out. Or it falls down because of heavy weight of that juice, sweet juice. So this Prabhuji was telling that if we prematurely try to sacrifice, that is, this branch is compared to the material duties, material world, material responsibility, and everything. And you are like that mango, raw mangoes, who are very much attached to the. We are like those raw mangoes which are very much attached to the branch. That is our material dealings, very much attached. Okay. And now, if we prematurely remove ourselves or remove ourselves from those branch, that I don't want this material world, I'll go, I don't want duties to be followed, and I'll go. And if we do like that, or run, I don't want all this responsibility and I'll run. If you prematurely do like that, what is going to happen? There is no further creation of sweetness in that fruit, or we'll become hard hearted, or there is no sweetness of Krishna conscious anymore because we have prematurely come out. But if you stay in that branch, and slowly, as you do devotional service to Krishna, as you keep praying to Krishna, as you keep begging to Krishna that, my dear Lord, give me some detachment from this material because I'm so much attached because of this material world, so much attached. Kindly give me your devotion, attachment to your lotus feet. I don't want to ask detachment from material world, my Lord. No, that is not the purpose. Please give me attachment to your lotus feet. Keep giving me the attachment for your holy name. Please give me that. And if you keep praying like that, and as you do devotional service, Krishna fills us with the sweet nectarian juice of love from Krishna. He will keep filling the mercy, he will keep filling those sweetness of devotional service, that we start becoming heavy and heavy out of devotional service. And slowly what happens? Slowly we'll apne aap, even though we are in the branch, now we start hanging from that branch, and slowly we are getting detached from that branch, and will fall at Krishna's lotus feet. And this was a very sweet example what Prabhuji gave. So beautiful, that how just, it's not that we are praying to Krishna to, remove me from this calamity, remove me from this material world. Devotee is not praying that. Rather, devotee is praying that, my dear Lord, please give me attachment to you wherever I'm situated. Sthane, sthita, any place, any place. Sthane, stitigata, tanuak, manobhi. Oh my Lord, from tanu, from my body, vak, my speech, mano, my mind. From all these three, I want to serve you at any situation of my life, whether I am in the forest, or whether I am at home, or whether I am in the India, or whether I am in United States, or whether I am in the heavily filled or busiest city of this world, or whether I am in the free, pure village of this world. I don't care, my Lord. I just want to serve you wherever I am situated. Wherever you put me, I just want your lotus feet as my only remembrance. That's why sometimes in hospitals, when devotees, all these devotees, when it's their last time, last moment of their life, and they are admitted, or even if not last moment, even when there is a crucial operations which are happening, and such situations where they feel that I might not live long, or this operation may not be successful, when the devotees feel like that, or any moment when they go through operation, they'll sign in the hospital that don't make me unconscious at any moment. Sometimes these doctors give anesthesia, and not just to the body, they'll not just to that part of the body, they'll entirely they'll make the patient make unconscious. There is one place where one type where there is a particular bodily part is unconscious. There is another where the entire, because the pain is very high, the doctors make the patient itself unconscious so that the pain is not uh, felt to them during operation. But devotees tell no, don't make me unconscious at any moment. Why? If you make me unconscious, then I won't be able to remember Krishna. When the pain is high, the remembrance of Krishna is also very high. I want that. And devotees literally sign those documents and they give. And in that pain, they remember Krishna, and somehow either they'll go to Krishna or they'll successfully come out. And the experience what they give is unimaginable. Unimaginable. And therefore, today it's very nice if you are in association and leave your body. But today is in such a condition that it's not possible. You will directly taken to the hospital, right? In any emergency cases, you will be taken to the hospital. And but at that any moment, whatever happens, don't forget Krishna at that moment. That's the only desire of the devotee, that I just want to remember Krishna, no matter what, no matter how much painful it is, no matter how difficult it is. Actually, I have seen, when we are in difficult position, we intensely remember Krishna. But on other way, other time of the life, we have hardly remembered Krishna. Rather, even if we remember only for nonsense things. We don't pray to Krishna. We just speak to Krishna. We just, we hardly pray to Krishna. Even our prayers are very much low category. At least mine, I'm telling. My prayers are very low category. But when the pain comes in the body, that time we really remember Krishna. So sometimes Krishna gives these jhatkas in our life. Some financial problem, immediately he'll give, or some health issues, some mental trauma, he'll immediately give, so that we keep remembering Krishna. And Krishna tests us. That time, that moment, when we are in that trouble, we'll understand how much I am able to remember Krishna. I was speaking to my friend, when this water had fallen, and you all know that water had fallen on my leg, and I was just screaming my mother's name, Mom, I'm just screaming that name. And after, one day, I was just, because it was normalized and everything. At that time, I was just sitting on the bed and I was just recollecting that, okay, when the water fell on my thighs and feet, I was calling my mother's name. And then how much it takes me to chant Krishna's name when it comes to difficulties, and how much it might take me to even remember Krishna if death comes. This was a small, Krishna gave a teaser, when even before film they give a teaser. No? This was just a teaser, and I failed in it. So if death comes, even a small headache makes us traumatized. We'll stop chanting, we'll stop reading, we'll stop attending classes, we'll stop everything. When a small things comes, we don't care. What if death comes? So difficult. So we have to keep introspecting ourselves, and we should see how much I can improvise myself for Krishna. And the only way is to begging Krishna, begging that let him give me the remembrance of his name, his lotus feet, his face, and let me take the shelter of his lotus feet. Let me take shelter of Krishna entirely. So, just by giving up everything, bhakti is not certain. I gave up everything. There are many examples that devotees come, especially those boys and everything. They want to become brahmacharis. They come prematurely, they'll leave their responsibility and everything, they'll come. But after some time, when they come to know that, oh, even in temple I have to cook, even in temple I have to do all these things, then they'll understand what mistake they have done, because they were not ready for such austerity. At home, it's easy. Father is there, mother is there, sister is there, brother is there. They listen to you, you know. But just because they are not accepting what you have accepted, we'll leave that home. Oh, mere mummy papa, they are not chanting. They are not doing proper things. So I'm going to leave them. I'll go. But that's premature. Krishna won't like it. Krishna will tell, you left them. So you're so hard hearted that you left your own parents, you left your own siblings who were given by me. Krishna himself gave them. Na? If Krishna didn't want them to be with you, then why will you take birth in that family? Why will you be there with them for so many years? So the highest responsibility is making people into devotee around you, whoever is there, patiently trying to make them devotees. If not in this life, next life they'll become devotees. You want result to be seen within 5 years, within 10 years, that's not possible. It takes lot of time. Sometimes parents have, मेरा बच्चा भक्ति नहीं करता, मेरा बच्चा वो नहीं करता, and sometimes kids have, मेरे मम्मी पापा ऐसा है, मेरे मम्मी पापा वैसा है, and all of that. But maybe in this life you just try. Maybe in this life they won't come into Krishna consciousness, may not be possible. But when maybe in the next life, if Krishna is very much merciful, they will get a favorable life where they'll take birth in a devotee family. Maybe from there they can start doing devotional service. It's glorious, isn't it? Why? Because in the previous life your son was a devotee, your daughter was a devotee, your parent was a devotee, and this life you got because of them. And Krishna tells this, how happy Krishna will be, right? So prematurely leaving everything is not correct, but being in that situation, being wherever you are, attachment towards Krishna is important. Sharanam. Here also the word has come. Sharanam. Raja. Apavarga Sharanam. Now we have in Bhagavatam, and also we have Mahajans, 12 Mahajans. None of them were yogis of Himalayas. Everybody of them, all the Mahajanas, whether they were grahasthas or sannyasis or brahmacharis, no matter what, everybody were doing their duties. We'll discuss about them now. Mahajanas, and Prahalad Maharaj is one of them. So we'll just go through who are these 12 Mahajanas. We'll just discuss how they applied this Sarvadharman Parityajya. The verse given in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, how they have applied it in their life. Just a minute. Okay, I got this picture. Anybody knows who are the 12 Mahajanas?
Brahma, Lord Shiva, Narada, Bhishma, Janaka,
Hmm.
Kapila, and Bali Chakravarti, and Prahalad Maharaj,
Hmm.
4 Kumaras.
Hmm.
I missed something.
Swayambhuva Manu
Manu Maharaj.
and Prahlad Maharaj also. You told Prahlad Maharaj?
Prahalad Maharaj, I told.
Okay. So here are those 12 Mahajanas. You see how they have taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Brahma, we all know there's so many prayers what Brahmaji has told. There's Brahma Samhita, separate book itself. And we also see in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto where Brahma is praying to the Lord. In the beginning also, where Bhumi Devi is coming in the form of cow, right? And also we can see in Brahma Vimohan Leela, Brahma comes. And many places in Bhagavatam also we can see Brahma being keep praying to the Lord. And he's doing his duty also. Whatever Lord has given him the duty of creation, he's doing. At the same time, he has surrendered himself to the Lord. So he has done Sarvadharman Parityaja. He is a great and he's an Acharya, right? Our entire parampara comes from him, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So he is an Acharya. Then comes Shambhu, Lord Shiva. What to speak about him? Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Such a great personality. Hmm, who is the Krishna's intensified or a form, Vishnu's another form we can tell as Lord Shiva, as a uh, how the milk turned into curd. Vishnu turns as Lord Shiva when it comes to touching the material world. Hmm. So Lord Shiva, what to speak about him? It's such a great personality. We have Rudrageet, we have um, so many, even we have Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra, which is written by Lord Shiva himself. We have Advaitacharya being Lord Shiva, coming in that form. We have every incarnation, Hanuman is there. Every incarnation we can see Lord Shiva is assisting the Lord. And in all the kshetras, he has been appointed as Kshetrapal. Hmm, and so many places. Everywhere he is there, Lord Shiva. And this shloka is much more. Sarvadharman Parityaja is nothing like he has surrendered to Krishna, everything. Then comes Shukdev Goswami. Hmm, he has surrendered to the Lord so much that his complexion has become like that of Krishna. The entire bodily complexion has become that of Krishna. Right? Just by hearing the beauty of Krishna, he gets attracted to the Lord. So he has also, he initially his life was like that. We all know, he took birth after 14 years from the mother's womb and by the request of Krishna. And immediately before coming, Krishna has disappeared. And when Shukdev Goswami came out, he left home immediately and he went to the forest. He didn't see his mother's face, he didn't see Vyasdev's face, and he just left, thinking that this is all Maya, and he left. But then there's a lot of story that how Vyasdev also ran behind him, but he could not get him. Then he sent his disciples to get him, and when our uh, there are 4 shlokas given by Vyasdev to 4 disciples, and when Shukadev Goswami hears about this, he gets attracted to Krishna's beauty and form. Those 4 Madhuris, Vedu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, and all. Krishna is so beautiful. He gets attracted and he asks, who is this? And like, who has these given these description so beautifully? And they tell, it's your own father. So he comes back, takes his father's duty of spreading Bhagavatam, glories of Bhagavatam everywhere. So here you can see Shukdev Goswami coming back and doing his duty of giving glories of Srimad Bhagavatam to everyone. Then Prahalad Maharaj, we are just discussing about him. Right? Even after Hiranyakashipu's death and after all of this, he has been again he has been kept in the throne again as a king, but he never forgot Krishna at any moment of his life. Even after becoming a king, even after getting married, even after getting children. Prahlad Maharaj was a king later on. He ruled for so many years. Then Narad Muni. So he is again a sannyasi, like how Shukdev Goswami is. So here again, he is the guru for so many devotees. Dhruva, Prahlad, Chitraketu, right? The Prachetas, everybody, everywhere you can see Narad Muni coming there. Then Janak Maharaj, Grihastha, Sita Devi's father, right? Such a great Vaishnava. Then Kumaras, Chatush Kumaras, again brahmacharis, but they are again taken the vow of spreading Krishna consciousness. Kapila Muni, a brahmachari, sannyasi, again the Lord Himself here, and Swayamva Manu, who is taking care of the entire Manukula. So he is Swayambhuva Manu, is not a normal personality. The Lord has come to protect him. So we can understand he's not a normal personality. We have Manu Samhita. Then there is Bhishma Dev, who is again a brahmachari. And being a great devotee of the Lord, being a brahmachari, he was living in the kingdom, taking care of this kingdom, right? And then we have Bali Maharaj, Agrahastha again, but still he is ruling, and it's told in the further Kalpa also he will be ruling the entire Swarga. So he is again a devotee of the Lord. Yama, Grahastha again, and still he has taken up the responsibility of so many things, although he is a great devotee of the Lord. So here you can see they are doing their duty as a grahastha, as a sannyasi, as a brahmachari, but their only motive is to please the Lord. So this is very important to understand that whatever condition, whether we are grahasthas, whether we are sannyasis, whether we are brahmacharis, whether we are a brahmana, shudra, kshatriya, vaishya, or whether we are women, men, child, old person, no matter what we are, our only duty is to Sharanam Vraja, surrender to Krishna. Then Sarva Dharman will happen by itself. Most of the time when we read this shloka, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, people get scared. Oh, we have to leave everything and then take shelter of Krishna. No, Prabhupada didn't tell that. First take shelter of Krishna. Leaving or not leaving is left to Krishna. Whether he will retire me from life, from this uh, responsibility, or he will keep me in this responsibility is Krishna's headache. That's not my thing. My thing is only taking shelter of his lotus feet, remembering him. You see, Brahma is maintaining the entire creation. Swayambhuva Manu is maintaining the entire mankind. Yama is maintaining so many things. They have full responsibility. Lord Shiva has responsibility. Shukdev Goswami has a different responsibility. Prahlad Maharaj is a king. Bhishma Dev has taken up the responsibility. Bali Maharaj is the king. Janaka is the king here. They have not left everything. People, Dharman is a different, altogether a different thing. Krishna is not telling Sarva Karman Parityaja. He is telling Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Dharma means thinking that I am this body. I am a Vaishnava, I am a Vaishya, I am a Shudra, I am a Kshatriya, I am a householder. That dharma, dharma of a householder, dharma of a kshatriya, dharma of a vaishya, that dharma, Krishna is telling you need not recognize yourself as that particular person. Externally, you may be a king, but internally, you should recognize yourself as the eternal servant of the Lord. That is what Krishna is telling. Sarva dharman parityajya means externally, whatever you are, be it externally. Internally, don't take yourself as king. Don't take yourself as a brahmachari, kshatriya, or vanaprastha, or whatever it is. Internally, you should think that you are a devotee of the Lord and you are a servant of the Lord. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells to Sanatan Goswami, right? He tells, Jivera Swarupa hoy, Krishnera Nitya Dasa. Jivera Swarupa. The dharma of the Jiva, Sanatana Dharma, we tell, right? What is that Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana means this Jiva. This soul is Sanatana. And the dharma of that soul, which is Sanatana, is serving Krishna. That's it. And when we do that, automatically everything is taken care by Krishna. And doing that takes lot and lot of effort. It's not a one day business. It's a lifetime and lifetime after lifetime business. Because by becoming a Vaishnava, by becoming a Bhakta, or by becoming a servant of Krishna, it's not a one day position. You know, we have this. You become assistant director, then you become a director. That's a one day. You sign the document, you're done. That's a one day business you change. But a Vaishnava, a servant, is a moment to moment increasing. Vardhanam. Moment to moment, you are increasing your love to Krishna. That is Sharanam. Sharanam is not once I surrender to Krishna, that's it. No. Sharanam is every moment. Every moment is Sharanam. So you can't put a date on 19th of October, on 20th of October, I surrender to Krishna, signed by blah blah blah. No. It's a daily moment, even a second, every second is like you're surrendering to Krishna. Because in this material world, Maya Devi makes a juice out of us every moment. So every moment we should remember Krishna. That's how important it is. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. So here Prahalad Maharaj is telling about taking shelter of Angri. Mula, Angri Moolam. There's a beautiful word also, Pankaja Angri. If you remember, we have a devotee named Pankajangri Prabhu, also Prabhupada disciples, a very, very great disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Pankajangri. That also means the lotus feet of Krishna. So, yes. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for coming. Any comments? Anything to add? You can kindly do it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. We'll end it over here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna,
हरे
Mataji.
कृष्णा
Thank you so much.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So whatever I have blabbered here, whatever I have told, it's for me. So don't take it so much into
It is
you. If
not
anything
blabbering,
is wrong,
Mataji. Don't tell like that.
if
It is
anything is
not
wrong, or
blabbering.
anything that has, there's no. Sometimes I speak strong. Sometimes it's very much difficult to digest also for me myself.
No,
So
Mataji, it is
whatever
not
is
like
Bhagavatam's telling, that's what repeated.
that.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
Hare
you.
Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing all this, wisdom to us. Thank
Hare.
you. Hare
Thank you, ma'am.
Krishna.